I've seen his works on several occasions, and I've also visited his gallery. I'm highly impressed with the way he handles his own job. I have a philosophy when it comes to art. I always believe art is beyond drawing and painting, which is what he has exhibited here. And if you look at it very carefully and thoroughly, you find that it's somebody who takes time. He thinks more about the subject matter. It's when the subject matter is clear to him that he now comes out to put it on the board or on the canvas, as the case may be. Hence, that's what, and he has his own peculiar style, which it can easily be identified that, yes, this is Kunle Adeyemi's work.
Quite amazing. You know, creative. It's amazing how Dr. Kunle Adeyemi is able to bring, you know, the current affairs, infusing, you know, happenings around Japa syndrome, fuel scarcity, reminiscing concerning his childhood, all together into this. Breathtaking. What this says to me is the fact that it is possible for you to use your creative gifts to educate the people. It is possible for you to use it as a kind of a social commentary. Like when he was talking about the Japa syndrome, he said he encourages young people to Japa. But when you Japa, go out there, go learn and come back. Don't just go without a purpose. So it's speaking more like an artistic prophet. And that says a lot to me. And
it speaks history, it speaks the emotive flow of our cultural intelligence, the DNA of how everything about the Yoruba in particular is art. The embroidery on the agbada being a message of valiant bravery for community with the daggers, or is it with the arrows, protection of the family, or the expression with the beads of being able to present prayers through, well, in those days it was the divination of Ifa, but a man having the capacity to be the priest of his home, and also the celebration with the drums of honor and legacy for community, somebody who is not just a father but a friend. We look at the celebration of the women and the fact that women today, with all of the expression of our performance, just as socialites become an expression. I love the way in which he has the false eyelashes and they become an artistic expression in the pictures with the geles, the colors. There's so much vibrancy. Is it the story of the history, the economy of women with fabric? The Aladire, I come from Abeokuta, from Kenta Okijibo, and had the first Aladire. And it's not just about the designs, it's about the messages. Olorire, talking about your head, or the one who has wealth with her. The story of the cowrie bead, you know, and the legacy of how it builds a value chain of economic, social development through empowerment for women and through women, the community at large.
Memories, retrospect, and the vision is actually about what I've actually been doing over time. Remember, I was in my college where I just retired. I was in administration. I was lecturing, and at the point in time, I moved into administration. I became the head of department, became the dean of school, and became the director of internal quality assurance. So that gap, you know, in administration is thick. So when you want to do it, you do it well. Now, each time when I'm there, when I was there, I put my thoughts, you know, together, and I keep them. So these resonates some of the things that I've been doing for the past 6-7 years, you know, while I was in the other office, you know. So some of the works that you see here, there are some works that took me 3 years, There are some that took 2 years to complete. There are some that took 3, 4, 5 months. But I was resilient, and I was actually doing it on my own accord. I don't get hurried, and I don't do things hush-hush. So some of the things that you are seeing here now are actually part of those deep nights, those days when I give myself into it. And so the Sounding Echo, whichever way you look at it, actually the conglomeration of all this put together. And that is what I have done here.
Resounding Echoes, which is an art exhibition by Dr. Kunle Adeyemi. Dr. Kunle Adeyemi retired last week, and Resounding Echoes is a series that kicked off yesterday with the private viewing and today open to the public for the period of 2 weeks. We are marrying customs tradition from the past with what is obtainable in the present and projecting the vision into the future. That's why we have the memories, retrospect, and vision put together in art. He's used a lot of materials here to work. He's used oil on canvas, he's used acrylic on canvas, and he's also used the metal foil, which is a very unique material used in the work of art. In fact, I make bold to speak that I think there are about 3 of them in this nation at the moment that work with the metal foil. That's the one you find with the shiny rose gold, yellow gold, and so on the floor.
Kunle Adeyemi's exhibition titled Resounding Echoes. And I think with what we have displayed here, actually testify to the fact that these are echoes of what Dr. Kunle Adeyemi, been doing while in service. And so we can actually say this is more or less like a post-service exhibition. And with that, I want to believe that we are here witnessing the call. I mean, Dr. Kunle Adeyemi, is constantly evolving different techniques. And with what we're seeing here, this is more or less like an exhibition that a combination of all what he's been doing. And also, it's also, speaks to the fact that he's using this to announce his arrival into the full-time studio practice, and which is quite commendable. And because we can see some of his previous, techniques being featured here. So echoing and re-echoing here. And for anybody that hasn't seen his previous works, when you get here today, I want to believe that you're going to actually enjoy the different techniques he has been exploring over the years.
It's a celebration of the life of Uncle Benson Idonije, one of our greatest music historians, journalists, artist managers, and broadcasters. And to me and several of us here, it's like a dad, and I'd been planning, when I checked. I said, hang on, Uncle Ben is almost 90. Let's do something for him. And I said, look, I'll take care of it. I'll pay for it. It's not, we're not looking, as you can tell, we're not looking for some big event in Eco Hotel or anything like that. It's not about money. It's about just simple love, an expression of love and honoring a great man. And you see, anybody who you saw here knows him, respects him, loves him. And that is more important than having a room full of 5,000 people who just came to eat food and just clap. But people who actually love the man, and you can see the quality of the people that came. The quality of these are very successful artists, very successful business people who know and respect Uncle Ben, on a one-to-one basis. And that was the whole purpose of putting this together. I don't know, I had no motive in mind. There was no left or what are we going? It's just celebrating, let him be happy. Looking at Mama's face, seeing Mama dance, seeing Mama smile, seeing Uncle Ben laughing, jollificating, communing with people around him. For me, that's the biggest deal. It's worth all the palaver. I've been very ill for the last few days, but I don't feel ill. I don't feel it because the energy from the room and the love has been uplifting.
Well, Quintessence was founded in 1973 by Chief Mrs. Oni-Okpako and Gabriel Olu Oni-Okpako, my beloved parents who have since left us, unfortunately. And the mission has always been to inspire our community by promoting the beauty of Africa through arts, crafts, and culture. That has always been our mission from the beginning, and that is what we wake up every day to come here and do. Promote the beauty of Africa through the arts and crafts and culture.
So my artwork is not directed towards African story, but towards Nigerian story. Right now, it seems to be as though we are going through the worst political time in our history. But so did those that said they were under Abacha. They said the same thing. I just believe that it's a phase, and this too shall pass. My paintings are aimed at reminding us who we are, reminding us about the city we live, the funny things, the things we laugh about, reminding us about our childhood, about our music, Labaja, anything for you, reminding us about the sports we love, the football, things that are separate from politics, that are still Nigerian, things we love, things we all come together in agreement. No one says I'm Igbo, I'm Yoruba doing sports. No one says I'm Igbo and I'm Yoruba doing our music with the band and the likes of that. So this is me telling various Nigerian stories to remind us of our history, our present, and what I hope to be our future. With the certain political stories to tell the politicians they can do better. That's what I aim to achieve from them.
I would say impressive, if I can put it in one word, impressive. And one of the things that happened before I came here was the flyer that was sent to me. Included video clips of the man actually producing the work and so on. I could see the efforts that went into producing these works and so on, and I could see the artistry as well. So coming here to see the full, complete works, basically, I would say very impressive, very impressive. I know art reflects society, and so actually not easy to compare art from one society to the other, because you paint what you see, you paint what reflects, resonate with the society and with the audience and so on. So from that point of view, I would say Nigerian art is very vibrant, very vibrant art. I've got loads and loads of talented artists here, and that shows up in their works as well. Not only are the works gaining traction, a lot of traction in Nigeria, they're beginning to get a lot of attention offshore as well. So I would say Nigerian artists got a long way to go. Just like the rest of the creative industries, we've got plenty to contribute to the whole global scene here.
Being Us, a compelling new series by renowned artist Somtochukwu Obi. This solo exhibition delves into Nigerian life, portraying the diverse stories, experiences, places, and lifestyles that define the nation. Being Us offers an intimate look at both the artist and the collective experiences of his fellow Nigerians, providing a deeper understanding of the Nigerian experience through art.
When you look at the work the artist is doing, you will see that it's quite unique because he uses an architectural tools in achieving what he is achieving in his work. And you can see the punctility in his work. Somtochukwu is actually just telling us about what it takes to be a Nigerian. And then you also see some paper cutting in his work, which actually tell us a whole lot about who we are as a Nigerian. But this is an architecture. You are discovering architecture by means of an art.
Really, I'm really amazed. I never expected that this young man has put together amazing artworks of this nation. This is a place that anybody that understands art, that loves art, should visit. That's my thinking.
Somto's art is very unique. All of this we are seeing here, it's amazing that you are seeing a silhouette telling a story about the society and how human beings relate with God, with government, and the society. And the beauty about it is that the style that is used with an ink pen that is not ordinarily used for art, but he converted it and made it look like an instrument for art. And he combines pointillism and stroke to create what he calls Somto style, And so these works, even though they look like profile, human profile, but they tell deeper stories that we can imagine. One of the paintings, for instance, is After God Na Government. It's so amazing what he's relating about that story. Okay, and he's talking about, the whole theme of this exhibition is Being Us. That Being Us is a story of Somto, a young man who fought his way through difficult times and became a name in the art industry. So all of these paintings are just relieving and telling the story of a man who can think beyond the ordinary. And that's the beauty of art. It takes you beyond this world. It takes you to an abstract setting where you can begin to connect the eyes, the heart, and the brain together to create something exciting.
We are presently at the solo exhibition by Somtochukwu Obi at Third Pyramid Art Center, Lagos, Nigeria. Somtochukwu Obi is an artist who I love his use of pointillism so much because of how he uses this pointillism to create a cohesive narrative as well as a cohesive form, and how he talks about things that makes us who we are as Nigerians, because if you look at the theme of this exhibition, it's titled Being Us. So what are the things that makes us being Nigerian? What are the things that makes us being Africans? What are the things that makes us who we are? That's what you find in the works of Somtochukwu Obi. And if you actually take some time to look at his use of pointillism, which some people will call dots,
but in the art language, we call it pointillism. The way he uses them, how he puts them together to depict the dark tone, the middle tone, and the light tone, you will see that it's very impressive, and that's one of the things I like about his work.